Hi folks, welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you pattern A for Mandala Mind. I've done my absolute best to simplify it. I've translated it to the D chord so that most of you can play it. Once you get the patterns though, you can translate this to any scale that you like. It was originally written for the Desert Rose, so here's how it sounds on the D chord. And that's it. In the original piece, I repeat that pattern twice. I also kind of play within these chords a little bit in those blank spaces in between. I'm not going to cover that too much in this video. In this video, we're just going to get the basics of that piece. Okay, so first of all, we're playing kind of a G minor chord. We're also hinting at this B flat a little bit, but we finish which is a G minor on the D chord. It's this triangular shape here. So I'm playing note 2, 4, and 7. To start with though, I'm actually moving all the way up the top to the very highest note. In my case, it's note 9. If you don't have a ninth note, you can play note 8. That's absolutely fine. That will still work. Actually sounds quite nice. I'm going to go all the way up for 9 though, just to reach that full extension of the instrument. And you'll see that I'm kind of plucking at the chord, almost like playing a harp, playing a stringed instrument. So what's really important here is that we get this wrist rotation here, between these two notes. This is on my left hand. And if you can practice opening the doorknob, twisting the doorknob, right? It's this motion here, and then get faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and almost tense up a little bit, just a little bit, so that you're getting this really quick speed here. I'm not very fast with my left, I'm faster with my right. Much faster with my right. I need to practice my left. So it feels really wobbly and like I don't have control. That's a sign that I need to practice. But if you can get to the point where you can kind of drop your thumb, and then as a quick afterthought, as a reaction to that drop, the finger comes down on the other note, almost like a flam. So it shouldn't feel like two separate notes. It should feel like they coexist, but they still kind of fall into the space. Right? And then the accent is this note up top. So it's leading into that. But it all happens in the space of one beat. Right? Once you've got that, from here we move the right hand down to this note here, which is note 6. So we're completing this chord. Da, and then we move across to note 7. So I'm playing 9, 6, 7, 9, 6, 7. If you don't have 9, you can play 8. 8, 6, 7. Also sounds very nice. Right, so that's the very beginning. From here, we shift our chord shape. So we're going from this triangular shape here to now this triangular shape here. And we're going to finish in this shape. Now I'm going to start on note 8 here. But down here I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my left, but now with my right, between these two notes. This is my A and C, note 1 and 3. Right, same idea. We're plucking that chord. We want that quick rotation at the bottom. Really good thing to practice outside of learning this composition is getting that brum, brum with one hand, and then completing it to land just after with the other. Again, they all want to happen in the space of the same beat. They're taking up the same little amount of space, but instead of landing together, it's a very subtle falling into the chord, plucking that chord out rather than smashing it out. Right? So from here, I'm going to bring my left hand down, then all the way down to note 5, and then back up to note 6 to complete this lovely F major chord. That's it. So if I put those two things together, I have this. I cheated a little bit there. I used my left hand where I already taught you to use your right. That's okay. If it feels like moving all the way across here or all the way across here with the opposite hand doesn't make sense to you, you do whatever feels good in the flow in that moment. Whatever you need to do that's the most ergonomic for your body, that's the right way to play it. It doesn't have to be prescriptive. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. So again. Make sure you're leaving a nice amount of space here. Whoops. It's all about that space, this piece. It's all about that elegance, if you like. In many ways, allowing that space is actually the hardest part, right? So really let yourself just sit into that space and just really let it breathe. Okay, so the next little section, the next half of this section A goes like this. So we're starting over on the left hand side of the instrument and my chord is this. I'm playing a B flat and a D in my case, which is note 2 and 4 with my right and left hand. Then my left comes up in line with these notes to play the next note on top of it. And then my right hand comes over to move up the scale to the next note directly up from that. And it's a little bit quicker. 1 and 2, 1 E and 2 E, 1 E and 2 E, 1 E and 2 E. And then we're going to mimic that rhythm, but over on the other side. So now I'm moving from here over here. I'm playing note 3 and 5. Am I? No, I'm playing note 1 and 3. Same idea, we're moving in the same direction, we're just swapping the shape around is all I'm doing, right? So I play 1 and 3, right hand comes up in line with that chord, left hand comes directly up onto the next note from that, up the scale, up to that F, like so. Here we go, it's and from there, we just land here on this note 1 and 4. This is my chord 1, my home, my D. If I wanted to give it more oomph, I could play the ding at the same time. And that's the signal that we've found our way somewhere and this little phrase is coming to a close. So if I put that all together, it goes like this. 2, 3, and again. So if I put those two halves together, we will have the full section A. I'll play it slowly for you. It looks like this. Here we go. O. And again. Comes the second half. Right? And sometimes I like to fill in those in-betweens with ghost notes. Within this chord shape. I like to be really loose with the timing of it as well and kind of drift in and out of different feels, really lengthen the space in between more than you would expect, or maybe squeeze some of the notes together more than you would expect. Just really play around with it so that it just feels really free and open. So that's your invitation to play however you want to play this. If I then put the B section after it, it looks like this. So section A to begin with. If you want to learn the B part there that I just showed you, you can check that out in this video here. Enjoy it, move slowly with it. There's a lot of little bits to pick up here. But yeah, I hope you have fun. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for bringing this